All right, Shalom. Want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash, double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone, Shalom to all the Akim, pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, as we know, we're living in these times. All right, this devil, the scriptures even speak about the miracles that he's going to perform in the latter time that's going to, work wonders on the minds of the people. So this devil is in the background working, testing on different departments of the brain. I think you got the prefrontal, cortex. You got the different departments. You can look it up. I haven't looked at it in a while. The hippocampus is another region, and I've seen videos where they'll tap into the actual hippocampus, looking to put devices within the hippocampus to actually, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, to actually elevate and stimulate the alertness, the creativity, the acuteness of the brain, merging man with the machinery. So you have this article: brain implant gives blind woman artificial vision and scientific first. And that was the whole thing with Elon Musk and the I forget the actual name of it, but it was trending. It was trending where he was actually speaking about actually microchipping and giving individuals these devices. All right, right now it's slipping my mind out. It's on the tip of my tongue because I actually even did a lesson on it, but I'll get back to it. But it says a visual prosthesis implanted directly into the Neuralink. That's the term. It was Neuralink. But a visual prosthesis implanted directly into the brain has allowed a blind woman to perceive two-dimensional shapes and letters for the first time in 16 years. The United States research behind this phenomenal advance. Yeah, it's the word phenomenal that deals with wonders, man. Like a phenom. If you have a phenom in a particular craft, that's somebody like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. They would be athletic phenoms, somebody that most people will look at in awe and in amazement. But a phenomenal advance in optical prosthesis have recently published the results of their experiments, presenting findings that could help revolutionize the way we help those without sight see again. What does the word revolt mean? To turn. So Esau is going to redirect the dynamics of how they used to actually try to help. Because back in the ancient world, if somebody was blind, you would try to, whether try to pray for them or we would understand that it was something that was divine. It would be something that was a disconnection within the, the eyes where, basically only the Most High could cure. That's why when Yahushua came, he showed the natural and the spiritual way of actually healing. But see, this devil is revolutionizing. He doesn't believe, what does the scripture say in Thessalonians? He sits in the seat as the Most High, thinking that he is the Most High. So it says at age 42, Berna Gomez developed toxic optic neuropathy. Yeah, the optics deal with the eyes. So her eyes basically connection couldn't, connect properly. Because just like with cords, our bodies have all kind of cords and wirings to them, connections. And if there's certain toxins, it could actually block out the connection. All right. A deleterious medical condition that rapidly destroyed the optic nerves. Yeah, your nerve endings. That's where your connection comes from, connecting her eyes to her brain. In just a few days, the faces of Gomez's two children and her husband had faded into darkness, and her career as a science teacher had come to an unexpected end. Then in 2018, at age 57, Gomez made a brave decision. She volunteered to be the very first to have a tiny electrode with 100 microneedles implanted into her visual region of her brain. The prototype would be no longer than a penny, which we always speaks about how that chip is no bigger than a grain of rice, roughly 4 millimeters by 4 millimeters, and it would be taken out again after 6 months. Unlike retinal implants, which are being explored as means of artificially using light to stimulate the nerves leaving the retina, this particular device, known as the Moran cortivis prosthetis, bypasses the eye and optic nerve completely and goes straight to the source of visual perception. Yeah, that's a high-level witchcraft. You see, so it doesn't even deal with the previous styles of connection, so to speak. Like it says, it bypasses the eyes and the optic nerve and completely goes straight to the source of visual perception. And more than likely, that's basically it deals with the spirit. Esau is trying to tap into your spirit. That's why it tells you that in the book of Revelations, how his whole thing is to harvest and to have a full manipulation on the souls of men. All right, I'm gonna bring out this quick precept. Just wanted to make it short and sweet to hit this article, and I'm gonna keep them keep these articles rolling, Lord willing. Revelations 13 and 16, and he causeth, he being the so-called white man, all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So yeah, that's the implant of the devil. All right, that's the badge of Satan in the flesh, the so-called white man. And he's looking to massively manufacture these chips and get it off the ground to the point where everybody actually has one of these devices in them, whether it's their forehead, whether it's their right hand, left hand, like Apostle always says, whether it's their butt cheek. They're going to try to get these devices in all people. That's why it says he calls of all prison workers, low class, high class, middle class, different regions to get that very chip or that microchip. All right. So I'm going to end by giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Shemal, Shabbat, Shemar Kakodash, double honor to the Apostle Elders, Great Billstone, Shalom, Bakir.